up and gag 'em. I lost him. Damn rat.
Yeah, now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
Well, looks like we have a visitor. Did the Brotherhood send you? Or are you going vault hopping?
Can't imagine it's easy getting used to the wasteland after eating from silver spoons underground all those years. It's wrong of me to judge by appearances, though. Why don't you introduce yourself? That's so. You got a deed to go with that claim? 'Cause, we're not gonna sign it.
This vault and all material goods within are hereby under possession of the Brotherhood of Steel. This requisition will aid us in the preservation of technology and the protection of mankind. Your compliance will ensure your safety.
You know, I'm interested in hearing more about this protection of mankind business. I suppose killing a few no-good raiders is an easy price to pay for the benefit this measly little vault will provide for us as a species. Is that it?
I repeat, your compliance will ensure your safety. Not that I'd expect a simple-minded brute to understand.
Resorting to name-calling already. I have to say, I'm disappointed. Thought I'd be able to speak to someone civilized from a big-shot organization like yours. What about you, Forward Scout? Think we can work this one out? Or are your underpants in as tight of a bunch as Mr. Compliance over there? Who's to say we don't have that whole platform you're standing on rigged to blow?
I'll call your bluff. You didn't expect us to come.
Alright, I'll admit, this is a serious oversight on my part. Should have known those initiates who stopped by would have gone crying to their superiors. Humor me on one thing. This place doesn't offer us any strategic leverage over the Brotherhood. If anything, you're gonna waste more resources protecting a place so far away from your home base. So then, it must be the weapons that are important to you. What's so special about these rocket launchers that a top-ranking member would come to collect them himself?
I don't know how you became aware of our internal hierarchy, but it's irrelevant to the situation. You will leave the weapons in the vault and disperse. Now.
How about you? Do you seriously take orders from this constipated suit of metal? Big words for someone who just barged in and claimed ownership of our storeroom. I suppose you don't have to follow the rules you apply to everyone else. Is that it? Because you have a righteous cause? That's fine. This story only adds fuel to our fire. We're heading back to Crater. This stash isn't worth it.
Not so fast. Tell us where you got those weapons from.
Ooh, sorry. I don't discuss Raider affairs on Brotherhood territory. If you really want to know, you can come talk to me in Crater. Don't worry. If it's only one of you, we don't usually kill on sight. Now let us through.
We completed the first part of our mission. You compose yourself in a manner befitting of the Brotherhood. We don't compromise, especially not with raiders. It's clear you understand that. Moving forward, we still need to track down the weapon source. That man appeared to know something. I don't care how you get it out of him, but make sure you get it. Yes, it's dangerous, but not as dangerous as it would be to leave this thread hanging. Our duty as the Brotherhood is to preserve the future of mankind, to be relentless in our removal of threats, present and future. I wouldn't send you on this mission if I didn't think you were capable of coming back alive. We'll set up some protectrons to guard it, and transfer the weapons back to Fort Atlas. After that, it can be used as an intermediate storehouse for anything our patrols find in the northern part of Appalachia. I thought the raiders were bad enough before that vile cretin opened his mouth. And we just let him... This is off topic, Initiate. Don't ask me a question like that again. This is your top priority. The longer we let these weapons spread, the more difficult it will be to track down all of them.
People around here think we're stealing their shit. Don't they know we were here first?
Can't believe they had the nerve to just barge in like that. That knight acts like some kind of righteous savior.
told you. And they're only gonna get more confident.
I won't let them. Do we have their patrol routes yet? A couple ambushes ought to take them down a notch.
We'll have to discuss this later. Hey, you've got a visitor.
So, you really came? Huh. To be honest, I didn't expect the Brotherhood to show its face around here with anything less than a fully armored battalion. Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? So, what can I do for you, oh honorable emissary of steel? Oh, right! The weapons! After they got forcibly confiscated from us, I almost forgot about that. See, the thing is, you and your metal buddies put me in a pretty tight spot back there. There are people here in Crater depending on me. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it back to them. So I prioritized a little bit. Getting home to those people was more important than being completely sincere to a group of heavily armed tyrants. So if you're looking for help with your little weapon problem, you can look somewhere else.
Don't you think you're being stubborn, Pierce? We have a good little Brotherhood peon here at our disposal. We can make use of that.
We've been over this. There's no compromising with people like the Brotherhood. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
We don't know that yet for sure. Besides, everyone has their own motivations. Our visitor might have one worth talking about.
I won't rely on a betrayal to take them down. You should know that. I have nothing left to discuss. I've given you my answer, Initiate. Now for your sake, I suggest you don't stick around.
Hey, you. Don't leave yet. I've got something to say. Don't mind Pierce, he's stubborn. Holds too tightly to his morals. I'll tell you about the weapons, but you're gonna need to give me something in return. Interested? I want intel on the Brotherhood. Records, roster, correspondence. You've got people specialized in keeping track of that sort of thing, right? Transfer their data onto this holotape and bring it back to me. Then I'll tell you what you want to know. We're not on friendly terms with the Brotherhood. What do you think we're gonna do with it? Don't worry. If the Brotherhood is as powerful as they are confident, then it shouldn't make any difference, right? How do you know about our war room? About that vault where you ambushed Pierce? We have eyes the same way you do. Remember it. This isn't a betrayal. It's just good business sense. Toodles. Hey.
Hello. Guard places, lift things, kill people. It's what I do. They're my friends. Pierce is kind. I owe him everything. If you hurt him, you'll pay. She's scary sometimes, but she does it for us. I would do the same. No, I don't get along well with people.
Why can't
Sure.
you mind your own business?
They threaten my friends, so I'll take them down. Yeah, I'm not very good. You don't have to talk to me if it bothers you. Okay.
Brotherhood's always looking for good tech, if we find any.
The elders have so much to teach us. I hope I get to meet them in person someday.
How can I find time to study our history with all this maintenance work piling up? We are really fixing this place up, don't you think? Have a question. The past has the answers, but I'm not a bad backup. Sure. Always happy to talk tech with an initiate. I'd like to reverse engineer it and make more, of course. With the amount of energy it can unleash, we could power all kinds of things for a very long time. Think of how far a vertibird could fly on ultrasight power. No, I don't think so. As much as I'd love to, we're too short-handed, and I just don't have that kind of expertise. We'll have to make do with learning what we can from the project for now. Sure thing. Lucky for you, I know all about us. We're an order dedicated to the preservation of science and technology. We find and catalog knowledge from before the bombs and keep it safe. You could say that. You could also say we have no right to keep knowledge to ourselves. That everyone deserves to learn. We get that from time to time. I can see the argument.
Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day, but look what else it brought. I'm glad
California, all the way across the continent. I've read that people used to fly that distance in a few hours, but the trek took us months. Maybe eventually we'll get flying again, but for now it's an arduous journey. We're here to help the people of Appalachia, and to catalog any technological discoveries we find. We set up Fort Atlas to that end. This old observatory has a wealth of technology to discover. We also want to learn the fate of the old Appalachian chapter of our order. MIA, presumed KIA. Yeah, to be honest, that's what I expected to hear. At least they died trying to make a difference. May they rest in peace. I knew some of them from a distance, but it's better if we don't. The Council of Elders, chief among them, High Elder Maxon, our founder. He proclaimed our mission and set us on the path we follow today. Our expedition leader is Paladin Romani. She's an aggressive and daring commander who's taken us through many trials. Okay. Sure. What need? We're the heart of the Brotherhood's mission to find, catalog, and preserve pre-war technology. Though sometimes in practice, well, let's just say I spend a lot of time calibrating things. We record things. Histories, schematics, every bit of knowledge we can get our hands on. We collect it all, compile it, and keep it safe, like old scholars or monks. Our name harkens back to that ancient tradition, so that's why we use it. Someday, you have what it takes. I've seen that much. I'd have you promoted here and now if I could. But the Brotherhood is slow to trust outsiders. You'll have to keep working for it. Be patient, put in your time, and know that I have your back. Sure. About me. What do you want to know? California, though, truth be told, I've spent most of my life in one bunker or another. My parents joined the Brotherhood when I was very young, so I grew up in the Order. Really? How rare. You'll have to let me interview you sometime. I'd love to know more about the vaults. I have a lot to take care of while we get settled in here, but I'll get back to you on this. Don't worry.
Everything makes sense now. This is
I
my
do.
place. My mission.
Scribes are critical to the Brotherhood's mission. It's a mission I believe in. The work that comes my way can get tedious or overwhelming, but
We're here to protect the
knowing I'm helping the greater
They'll
good
learn
keeps
that
me
fast.
satisfied.
We have to cut ourselves
Most
free from
days.
America to rebuild America.
Appalachia. It's beautiful. I've never seen anything like it. It reminds me of the stories my parents told me of before the war. Hiking in the mountains, playing in the rivers. I think, despite everything, you're lucky, Wastelander. I don't say that lightly.
Find, protect, and preserve.
Yeah, it can be. We're a strong organization with a noble goal. Our methods draw some flack sometimes, but we're doing the right thing. Of course. Raiders, huh? If they're anything like the raiders we've encountered on the expedition route, then
Science solved a lot
my
of
guess is the situation isn't pretty. All right. How can I help?
Glad we guard our tech closely.
I think I understand. The funny thing about data is you don't know what's real or not. Not unless you gathered it yourself. To be honest, I was working on encrypting my terminal for this kind of situation. So, if anyone accessed it who wasn't supposed to, they would just get false info and none would be the wiser. I didn't finish, but you can still use the fake data I created. Should be clearly labeled in the files. Just, don't select the wrong one. This is the raiders we're talking about. It'd be bad news if they got an advantage on us. Worse, if the Knight found out it was because of me.
Or make the same mistakes going forward.
It's not likely to happen anytime soon, but an enemy could use our names, skills, and history to trick other members or develop a targeted strategy. I may also begin storing schematics and stockpile records on there. Right now, the Knight is doing it all by hand. Well, for now, I just hope we don't make too many enemies. I don't expect much from the raiders, but maybe they're smarter than they give off.
I could do more than just fight. But how do I show that I'm fit to be a scribe when I'm put on
Well,
trial
you know,
day and
just
night?
trying to help where I can. Rusty nails and live wires are fun and all, but sometimes it's also nice to write code without having to get my hands dirty. Not a problem. I'm here to help. I wonder what legacy I'll leave to the scrolls.
Everything I need here.
Calibrate this, tighten that.
We have to cut ourselves free from America to rebuild America. Take the old, forge it anew.
I want to visit Fort Defiance, but I'm not sure I could stand the sight. Just a few more tweaks, and then it's back to working on that vertibird.
Scorched, the raiders, the ghouls. If anything tries to attack, we'll be ready. The settlers want to rebuild, but they're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as well, or we're going to make the same mistakes moving forward.
Keep fighting out there. The old world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I see it before? Find, protect, and preserve.
I wonder what stories are hiding in the mountains out here.
Everything makes sense now. This is my place, my mission.
The scorched plague. I've seen nothing like it. I wonder if I could get my hands on a sample.
One day, I'll make night. Then I'll show those raiders who's boss.
Find, protect, and preserve.
Stay strong, friend.
Atlas Project Research Log 292 93. It's been 5 months. 5 months since that day. They abandoned me. The military never believed in Atlas. It was just another weapon. When the nukes fell,
Stay on your
what
toes.
did it matter?
Wasteland is merciless.
Atlas, this research.
Anything you need to know?
The
I'll be
Scorched,
here.
the Raiders, the ghouls, if anything tries to attack, we'll be ready.
looked at the holotape? Because you want to know where we got those Brotherhood logo rocket launchers from. And working with me is the only way you're gonna find out. Good. Thanks. The weapons don't have one source. Some of them we looted off a group of unfortunate settlers. We've also traded them among ourselves. Some old friends visited Crater a while back wielding that firepower, claiming they earned it in a fight. They were bragging about it till the day they left. Said they sent some big armored folks running. I can't confirm that the losers were Brotherhood, but that was your logo on the side of those weapons, wasn't it? Doesn't matter to me. Now, I told you what I know. With any luck, we won't talk again. Yep. They may or may not have more, but they've definitely come in contact with them. West. They said they passed through Ohio before coming here. I don't know how much further out they went. They wouldn't shut up about it, so I learned to tune it out pretty quick. But I do remember them passing around a helmet with a bullet hole through its visor. A trophy from the Fallen. Don't change your mind. This was a one-time offer, and it's one that neither of us will speak of again.
Ad Victorium.
I need to remind Scribe Valdez to run power over. For you, I see you returned from Crater. Standing by for your report. You'll get the honor of remaining in service of the Brotherhood. If you don't understand the value in that, then I question your commitment to our order. That's not what I was hoping to hear. All right. Tell me about the sources.
2,000 miles of hiking is what's really rare.
I see. And are those raiders still at Crater? It can't be helped then. We need to focus on Appalachia for the moment. Without more information, it's impossible to say. We fought plenty of raider groups across the entire expedition route. I'd like to pursue them as much as you would, Initiate. But those were not our orders from Elder Maxson. We have duties in Appalachia. Ones that we've delayed for long enough as it is. And the other one. Foundation 2. This is bad. Worse than I thought. At this rate, all of Appalachia will be toting these rocket launchers. All because of... Forgive me, Initiate. I lost my composure. We need to follow up with Foundation as soon as possible. peaceful or not, civilians should not have access to that kind of technology. It's too easy for things to go wrong. Take the Great War as an example. That catastrophe is the inspiration for our mission today. You don't have clearance for that information, Initiate. Proceed with your report. So that's everything. That was a thorough report. The Brotherhood appreciates your diligence looking into this matter. Our next step is to deal with Foundation. Paladin Romani already had plans to establish contact, so she'll want to hear about this. No need to expound everything. I'll follow up later with a more detailed report. That's classified information, Initiate. Not every operation runs perfectly. All you need to know is that we're fixing it. A knight's helmet? It must be. 2 other knights embarked with us from the West Coast. Knight Thornberry returned partway through the journey. Knight Connors gave his life in honorable service to the Brotherhood. Show the proper respect when asking about him. To think they held onto his helmet like a trophy. It's unforgivable. Ad Victorium.
Just fight.
We are all links in the chain, bound in brotherhood.
Disorder is to be expected in a place that lacked Brotherhood oversight.
Ah, Initiate. I haven't had the chance to discuss your last assignment with Knight Shin yet. Was there something you needed to report to me directly? Really? Foundation? That's troubling. How well do you know the people of Foundation? That's good. Then I'm sure you're aware that they've managed to carve out a solid living for themselves in Appalachia. I spoke with a few members of their community, looking for ways to work together. We're in need of food and water. They have plenty to spare. However, knowing they may have those weapons, accelerates matters. It's critical that we follow up with them right away. Your mission is as follows. Meet with Gloria Chance, the supervisor of Foundation Supply Room. Determine whether or not they've seen or acquired such weapons for themselves. And lastly, establish a trade deal with Foundation. Something that will provide us longevity in Appalachia. And allow me to stress, both returning with the weapons and securing a trade deal are equally important objectives, Initiate. If you say so. Remember, you represent the Brotherhood to these people. Do us proud.
Weapons at the ready. We're only looking to the future. We need to understand the past as
You're
well.
back. I assume Paladin Romani has tasked you with handling the situation. Why are you dragging your feet? Move out. Ad Victorium. By any means necessary. Returning with those weapons is absolutely critical. This is too important a task for a light touch. Do whatever it takes. These weapons are far too dangerous to be in anyone's possession but our own. I see. This isn't surprising, but it's not the choice that I would have made. I will have a word with Paladin Romani while you're out. But remember, respect the chain of command. If Paladin Romani has tasked you with this, carry it out, regardless of what you or I may think of it. Do not test my patience, Initiate. This is our way. Chain of command supersedes how we feel. However, I will put this as plainly as I can. I feel we'd grow stronger from continuing to rely on ourselves, rather than focus on trade deals. Recovering the weapons, however, is more than a task. It is your duty as a member of the Brotherhood of Steel. That's all I have to say on the matter. You have your assignment. Carry it out.
Never mind.
With Sunny is guaranteed.
You must be here about that shipment of Blamco mac and cheese. Great. I was starting to get worried. Oh, how professional of you. You say you're with Paladin Romani? That's fantastic. I didn't think she'd get back to us so quickly. How can I help you, sire, your majesty, your steeliness? Right, about that. Originally, we were hoping to purchase some weapons in exchange for food and supplies, but we may need to work something else out. After all, our last purchase is more than enough firepower for the time being. Yep, that's right. Hun, can you tell our friend here about those thingies we picked up recently?
Oh, sure thing. We got weapons all right, Initiate. You Brotherhood guys make some high-quality gear. Now tell me if this sounds familiar. Tubes of explosive death with your logo on the side? Oh, sure. Or, no, actually. Some guys from the town watch took them out for testing a little earlier. I'm sure you can catch up with them. They normally practice at a small site they set up near the East Mountain Lookout, a bit north of here.
Oh, that's right. Mike and them took the weapons out for a test drive. If you head over, I'm sure they'd let you take a look. I hope you understand those weapons are our property, though. We spent quite a bit acquiring them. But hurry back. I'm sure we can still find a way to work together, even if we don't need more weapons. Okay, shoot. Well, this is the supply room for all things coming and going from Foundation. If it ends up in one of the Sonny's shops, it goes through here first. Okay, if you don't think it can wait.
Well, I'm the one who spent all our caps on them, so the least I can do is be the one answering questions about it. I know a guy who knows a guy. I don't know the guy he knows, though. My guy buys this and that from caravans and traders. He drops by here when he finds something interesting. He didn't mention where he got these from, just said he thinks he got a good deal on them. So he gave me a slightly less good deal. Can anyone live peacefully these days? Raiders, mutants, giant sonic booms, screaming bats? You telling me you didn't bump into something nasty on your walk over here? Come on now. Good? I mean, they're weapons, right? Shouldn't weapons be dangerous? I'm not about to sign up for guard duty. I'm a lover, not a fighter, but...
Yeah.
Oh, hush you. Like I was saying, I'm no guard, but I would want to be equipped with the deadliest of weapons if I was. Follow me? Except they do, though. We bought them. I've got receipts if you want to see them. They're handwritten, but we keep everything on the books here.
But look around us. What's not secondhand property anymore? Everything used to belong to somebody, right?
Okay, then.
And send the fellas home, would ya? They've been playing with those things long enough.
gather round. Ward wanted us to record some instructions on how to use these things. Where's Mike? Hey, Mike, stop messing around with that terminal and grab one of those rocket launchers.
Uh-oh. Sorry. I wanted to lock the terminal first. Let me put this in my bag really quick.
Give it up, Mike. That could be decades old. Just grab one of them and come here. Wait, Mike, I told you not to pick it up like that.
Oh, God. What have I done? Right there. Don't come any closer. Investigating? What? You've been to the lookout tower. You have to understand. It was an accident. I'm Mike. Mike Tiller. Go to Foundation. Tell him you found me dead. Because I'm never leaving. I'm not going back. You can't make me. They'll never believe me. They'll think I'm a murderer. There's nothing to say. Just go and leave me. This door is barred tight. Way behind me is flooded. You can't get in. Just give up. And go tell Gloria I'm dead. There's nothing to say. Just go and leave me. Please, don't hurt me. Okay, I can explain. We were just testing these out. You know, Tad picked them up a while back. They seemed really powerful. They were always telling me, "Be careful, Mike. Don't pick it up that way, Mike." But my finger slipped and I killed them. All. Instantly. But it was an accident. I swear. I never... Oh, God. They're too dangerous for anyone. They just obliterated so effortlessly all day. Look, I'll go back to Foundation, but I can't let you have these weapons. I'll leave if you let me take the weapons back there myself. Gloria and Tad will know what to do. I'm sorry. They're the only ones I trust to take care of these. I have to make sure I get back to them. I dragged all these in here, though, and you're right. Fine. You bring them and meet me at Foundation, okay?
I don't like the fog. Even just a mist makes it harder to see.
What's that, John?
Mike was just telling us about what happened out there.
Back right away.
I can't believe it.
I was scared.
All those boys, just...
But that Brotherhood member?
It's
showed
a
up
lot
and-
to take in.
Well, speak of the devil. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Hell, well, I see you've got our weapons. You could start by giving them back. I told you, we bought them fair and square.
Tad, enough! We still need to find a way to work with these people. I think I think we should try and wrap up business between us now. We're going to need to tell those families about what happened. I know it's hard to think about at a time like this, but settling on a deal and having you on your way is probably for the best. Now then, I understand you'll want to take these weapons back with you, but that won't work for us. They cost us too many caps to just let go. Unfortunately, regardless of where they came from before, they're our property now, and they'll need to stay with us.
Well, hard to argue with that. We're not exactly the most disciplined bunch.
It's true. Maybe if I had proper training, this wouldn't have happened.
All right, the weapons are safer with you, but what would the Brotherhood need in return for training?
You're not gonna make me do push-ups, are you?
'Cause that would be the end of the world. Okay, we provide food, water, and the latest scoop on weird tech, and the Brotherhood provides us with training to better defend ourselves. Sounds pretty fair to me.
Oh, shit.
Thanks for all your help. Please let Paladin Romani know where we stand.
Thanks again, Initiate. Looking forward to doing business with y'all.